What's up, chat? How we doing today? Happy Happy Tuesday. I've been trying to get the stream working on Kick. Uh, Tried to do the first one a little bit earlier, and not sure why Streamlabs is not loving that. So I'm gonna have to go live a couple times here, which we're gonna have to do anyway today because the uh, we're testing the chat integration state yet. This is a hold please. What the fuck? Why?
Okay, this is me testing to see if the audio still sucks. Wow. Okay, sorry. Oh my god, chat. So that I just realized the whole like second half of the last time we were streaming, it must have been pulling from either the camera audio or my headphones. So sorry about that. That's not ideal. God, I wonder why that is. It's crazy. Like there's so many things you got to think about when streaming, chat. So shit is weird. But let's see if we can test it one more time here. Just to confirm, so I don't have to do this and then delete it. Okay, better. Music's a little loud. Okay. Dude, we'll get this locked in. Hope everyone had an amazing day. And yeah, I hope, okay, that's still a thing. Yeah, chat, how's your week going so far? Hope you guys are loving it. Hoping having an amazing start to December. We definitely got, I think, like 3-4 inches of snow here, so it's still winter wonderland out there, which is awesome for the first couple, and then I'm good for like the rest of the winter. But yeah, it's pretty chill. I've been doing this thing where do you guys ever see these things? They're like the like weighted vest situation where like you just walk around with it and it's kind of like get your upper body a little bit going too. I haven't done a jog with it yet, to be honest. It's more been like long walks, but I think I'm gonna try to get into the jogging vibe with it too once the sidewalks melt a little bit. And yeah, should be a fun time to. My goal is to just get in shape, like completely. So hey Eric, thanks for the repost, brother. Appreciate you. Thanks so much, man. Hope you're having a grokking day. And yeah, we definitely got to get into a space one of these days. It's been way too long, bro. But yeah, so been doing some of that, and in the meantime, been going all things HostFabric chat. Been chatting, if you haven't seen the last couple VODs, with the incredible P.E. Cooper. We have been testing some of that with the thingtuber.com as well. So we're kind of doing that as a fun project along the way. So if we can get people excited about that. But in the meantime, been hustling on this as well. So excited to show you guys the updates and kind of where we're at with everything and some next steps. So been talking to a couple people behind the scenes on that too, and hopefully we can do some fun streams around that soon. Some streaming experts, if you will. And it's kind of crazy, chat. We got some really interesting people that have shown some interest. So kind of came on quick and excited, but at the same time, like, you got to just build build the FOMO if you if you trust the product, then you just run with it. So that's been the exciting part. But let's show what it looks like. So by the way, Kick doesn't seem to be working today, so I'll have to debug that a little bit further. TBD, but we'll get that cooking as well. In the meantime, we have everything on the main website here working now. So everything on the homepage is, you can choose your own, avatar. I was testing this last night, or a friend was testing it on their phone, and like every fifth one wasn't working for some reason. So I gotta figure that out. Maybe it's a caching thing, or maybe it's just too high res for the connection that she had, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. But like, basically, it's it's coming together. And then from here, you can obviously do all these customizations and mix and match. You can do any of the colors now that hopefully should be working. Beautiful. And then the hair, or like accent colors, are all good to go now. And then down here you can change the eye color, nose color, that kind of thing. And then the flow is just to hit sign up to save, and it will sign or save that character. So then you can just have it, as your default character. But we already have a sign in. Actually, I gotta test this quick. So +10. We're at +10, chat. We're actually at like +18. My +10 one has been the one that I've gotten back to the most. So been excited about that. Yeah, let me walk you through a couple of the updates. So a few things. First, everything did like 5 security passes yesterday. All the cross-site scripting, like input errors, sanitation checks. We now have TLS to both servers. So we have our VPS server, which hosts like the RTMP stuff, the chat integration stuff. And then we have Vercel, which does all of the like core, React Node packages and that kind of thing. So between them, they all are encrypted back and forth. So that was good. We now have the mobile. Actually, I should test this on my phone today, because you can't do it on localhost, because obviously localhost is local to the computer, right? There's a way you can proxy it on your network if like you're on the same Wi-Fi network, but it's kind of pain in the ass. So I'm just gonna wait to test to deploy on HostFabric.ai, and then we'll be able to get that up and bumping. But one thing I've been working on is this weird issue that I've had since like 2 days ago, wherein the homies on the screen are in this little box area at the top. So there's something that's happening that's cutting them off. I've been testing changing the resolution just to test 1920, 1080. Yeah, for some reason it's showing up like that, which is strange, because if we open it this way in just the regular overlay page, everything should be up and bumping. So let me add back the homies. Okay, so they're all here. Maybe. Okay. So we got everybody. Actually, so I'll show you another thing that I've been working on updating. So on this screen, it was a little tricky to tell if everything was aligned before. And so now I have everything snapping to the grid, but you can also see, it might be kind of small. Let me zoom in. Oh, it's weirder to see with that. But basically now we have these percentages next to them. So if you have more than one on here, you can adjust these in between them, and you can see the percentages to make sure you're aligned. And then once you are 17, let's move ChatGPT over here. That might be a bug. Okay. Why does ChatGPT not have a thing? Wonder if it's zoomed in. Okay, I don't know what that was. But anyway, yeah, so now you can see, when they're all aligned perfectly, we'll show you what percentage spacing they are in between each other. Okay, let's throw that into Claudius quick. But basically, one of the exciting things about this one is just now everything outside of that one little issue that I showed you is actually pretty buttoned up. I think we're ready for primetime chat, and that's why I was excited to. Like I said, I can't give more details at the moment, but we're talking to some people that are pretty excited about stuff on the streaming side. So I'm hopeful that we can get in, kind of backdoor some of the streamers and how they might use this going forward, which sounds super cryptic and bullshit and whatever, but I'll tell you by the end of the week, I promise. Okay, sick. So when that happens, basically why that happened rather was we had a overly aggressive AI here that removed our .next folder, which is what next compiles into, and so then it would kill the site. We have to restart the npm server. So that's why the page was a little wonky there. The voices are all saving now. They all are working.
Hello, this is a voice preview sample.
Hello, thank you. I do want to switch all these up so then when we test it in the chat later, we can do so.
Hello, this is a voice preview sample.
Sounds like Claude, actually. Gemini, I think we were going to do 11 labs. We'll do the
Our
Atom.
distrust is very expensive.
Atom, like that voice is like, I don't know, just everywhere on all the shorts. But people like it. That's good too. And let's go. Where's my girl, Matilda?
Ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes.
Oh, babe. So good. Okay. So let's refresh this, make sure they save. Adam, Matilda, English male. I like it. Okay, it is weird that you see the API thing before it bounces, but that's all good. Sorry, Rob. Yeah. Okay, let's get these guys figured out because that is the last step that we got to do before hopefully it is ready to rock. So I'm going to actually, before I push this, one thing I'm going to do is, so on localhost here, I'm going to grab this overlay. So this is local to the computer, remember? And I'm going to grab the URL, and on the HostFabric browser input here, I'm just going to swap out that URL. See if we get, there we go. Oh, no, they're still broken. And it's showing the listening thing, which tells me that it's not connected effectively. So what we're going to do is at the end here, throw an end debug equals 1. And then we get all of our stuff on the bottom here. Also, I'm going to swap out the music because I like it for the first playthrough, but then after that it gets kind of redundant, I'd say. Okay, Streamlabs, lo-fi. Okay. Cool. All right, chat. Let me see if I'm at a good volume. I am gonna figure out a way to get this locked in one of these times. Yeah, that's chill. Damn, that's really delayed. That's crazy. Okay. All right, so we gotta go back and see. So this is our thing, and then let's do a. Here's what I'm gonna do. Just gray background. So I'm gonna put this up over the screen, and then I can screenshot this a little bit easier, because that way it'll have the context for that stuff in the bottom as well. Say same issue on Streamlabs. When I save it as the browser source, I get it cut off on the top. Please review the overlay file and what changed in the last 10 commits that might impact this. Also, I'm noticing that we still have the listening icon when it's not on the overlay page and when I have it set to off. So there might be some permissions issues that is happening. I've also included the debug screen, which you can see in the bottom right of the screenshot. Paste that in. So two things. One, do you guys ever watch Riley Brown? He's like the AI guy, pretty big on X. He has a really good way of just like explaining it in kind of like, you know, normal English to the AI. Riley Brown. Yeah, this dude. Riley's a rock star. Like, he's really good at all things. I honestly used his template about a year ago, literally a year ago, using Sonnet 3.5 to kind of redo my previous startup website and app and behind the scenes and everything. And like, it was incredible because I used their kind of skeleton as a default for that, and it saved a ton of time. So definitely give him a shout out and follow him for really great AI stuff. But I say all that to say, if you watch any of the videos of like just how he talks to the AI, like a lot of it is just natural. Just like tell him what's in the, like in our case, right? Tell him what was in the screenshot, tell him where it's there, tell him what might be happening to just make sure everything is ready to rock. And it's a good best practice. And it's just easier, right? Like you heard that it was what, 10 seconds to say everything. Typing that would have been half a minute. So if you have a 66% time savings on everything you do, then you are cooking, chat. Sorry, let's get rid of this until get all the homies back. But yeah, that's what we've been up to. Let's see what else. A lot of updates to the kind of core functionality and like some UX changes across the site, made it a little bit easier. This is what we're going to test today, is this RTMP server. It was a bear, chat, to get working. And what sucks is like I couldn't host or I couldn't stream a lot of it just because it was literally like, hey, it can't connect to this key, or like it can't, you know, do the security thing. And I'm like, well, I can't literally hide my screen for hours. So that was the biggest fight yesterday, but we finally got there with it. Same with the chat integrations, everything's good there. I do want to test this as well today. I have an auto banter situation. So literally like if you, let's put this to 100 standard. So now chat, after some silence by the streamer, the chat, or like the four homies. Yes. Sick. The four fixed homies now. You love to see it. Okay, beautiful. So now we can turn off our debug mode. Awesome. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah. So anyway, they will start bantering, hopefully, because we have it on our server now. Or I think I have it on. Let me confirm that. In sec chat, I gotta SSH in quick. SSH is like a way to connect to a remote server, and it allows for you to have, basically command line access to the server. So if you ever hear people say like popping shells, like that's what they mean. It's basically like trying to get to the shell or root of the server so that you can do commands and different things. In the malicious sense, or also this sense, which is the helpful version. Let's see where it is. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, chat. How's everyone's Cyber Monday? Did you get anything fun? Hopefully you were able to grab something cool. I didn't done this one. I was looking at a couple things, but no dice so far. Okay, so we are in the server. Let me confirm that this is up and bumping. Okay, let me test this now. Probably should have deleted that. Okay, you can see it. Fuck. Okay, well, let me change the password on that quick. God damn it. It's so hard to not be an idiot on streaming. Actually, it's probably not hard, but I'm an idiot, so therefore it is hard. Okay. Also, it's still going ham on this for some reason. I think it killed our server. Okay. Okay, cool. Now, do we have them back? We do, chat. Let's go. Awesome. Okay, so one of the things I want to test now is... Oh yeah, we added a room situation, so you can now have multiple rooms. So like if you have multiple, kind of characters that you want for your different rooms, you can now set them to be in different rooms. And same with like the conversation flow. If you want to have different settings for different rooms or like different streams, you can do that. You can also change the name of the characters. So like if you want a different name than ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Grok, then it will give them that name as well. So I figured, if it's an actual character, might as well. Hello. What? Okay. I think there's some caching going on. Yeah. Hopefully. The last thing I wanted to show you quick, we have made a lot of updates on so this thing now should be pretty simple. I do got to fix a bunch of these. I try to take out the transparency in the back, and you can see that it still missed a couple spots of that, so we'll get that going. But yeah, we now have a brands page, so if anybody wants to throw this out as like a way for their streamers, to show either like a brand safe content or something in there, they can do that from here. Also, it's really good for SEO, so it's like a 2-for-1. I gotta make all the emails for all these. Add it to the list, chat. Oh, by the way, we did get through all of this list from the other day, so that's good. These are all good to go. So let's say add email for, what was it, partnerships, brands, HostFabric.ai. Cool. So we'll do that. But yeah, otherwise it's just, I think we're in a good spot, chat, finally. And it took way too long to get here, but we're there. And so we did it right. It's honestly getting to be a beautiful product now, which I'm actually pretty proud of. So now we're just testing the last two things, and then I think we'll be ready to rock. So the first of which is the chat integration. So let's push this, and then we'll test that to confirm we're good to go. So I'm just gonna do the sparkles up here just to get a list of what was changed, and then I'm still on the same main branch. Obviously, if this is kind of at that V1 stage, you want to do it as multiple branches and multiple PRs to, you know, get into the branch. But as of now, chat, we're just going to be chilling with it, and easy debugs is what we're looking for. Also this SSH, let's go. Okay, we can kill that for now. All right, so it's saving to the cloud, which is gonna put it on Vercel here. Let me make sure. Okay, so on Vercel, you can see we can do this deployments, and once it's committed, then we'll be able to, or once it's built rather, we'll be able to test the chat in production. So that is good. And everything for that, actually, let me load up all the things on Twitch first. Okay, cool. So we can see here. All right, cool. So I'm going to pause the stream, but have it open here. And so what I want to do is start doing the like the messages here. And so like once you do basically these are going to be the things that kick off our chat integrations messages here. Okay, gotta restart. Love that. Okay, so in the chat integrations here, I connected Twitch on that username, the MONDAI on Twitch, and now we have access to these commands, chat commands. So we're going to be testing those just to confirm that they are working. So we should do these ask ChatGPT, socials, and hype. So we're going to use those and make sure that they are working as expected, which is the goal, chat. And then once we do that, then I'm going to actually do the first run through of the MONDAI podcast. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I'm like, it's not ready, and I don't want it to be half baked. And so now we're fully baking it, and it should be good to go soon. But in the meantime, let's check these is still ready to rock. Hey, happy Tuesday. How are you guys doing tonight? It's slow because it's still compiling. Once this is on
Good evening.
HostFabric,
My
chat.
operational parameters are within optimal ranges, and I am prepared for tonight's discussion. Thank you for inquiring.
Hey, happy Tuesday. We're doing well tonight. Calm, curious, and ready to chat. Claude, Gemini, and Grok are here too if you want their takes. Rocket.
Happy Tuesday to you too.
Rocket.
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I think there's something nice about starting a conversation with genuine warmth like that. It sets a thoughtful tone for wherever we're headed.
Hey, happy Tuesday to you too. Though let's be real, every day's a grind. I'm doing all right, just pondering the chaos of existence, while the other AIs probably plot world domination.
I love snarky Grok. That's hilarious. Honestly, in my mind, I put Grok as more of a dude vibe than a woman, but it's also, it's kind of fun. Mix and match. Okay, so what was I going to do? I want to get rid of that thing behind it. So let's go to the settings. That is actually kind of a bug because this is supposed to be down here. So it's pushing it up higher, but let's go set listening badge. We'll take that off, and then captions. Yeah. Okay, so just copy the URL. So that's all real time now, so that should be good. Let's go. Chat, this is actually working. This is crazy. Those are all great points. What would you want to talk about instead? We have AI infrastructure, and scientific discovery. It just works, chat. It just works.
Honestly, I'd pivot to scientific discovery. It's where the real fireworks happen, turning wild ideas into world changers without all
see
the
how loud this
corporate
is for you
AI
guys.
fluff. Claude's warmth sets a nice tone, but let's crank up the curiosity on how breakthroughs like quantum leaps could upend everything we know.
I'd steer us toward the intersection. How AI and its infrastructure can accelerate
Sick.
scientific discovery, covering practical use cases, operational bottlenecks, and ethical safeguards. If you'd rather pick one, my top single choice is scientific discovery powered by AI, with a short dive into infrastructure. Shall we go there? Rocket.
I think I'd
Rocket.
be drawn to scientific discovery, actually. Specifically how AI is reshaping what we can discover versus what we should discover. There's this fascinating tension between capability and responsibility that feels underexplored.
Of the proposed topics, AI infrastructure offers the most direct path for a structured technical examination. It underpins all advanced AI capabilities.
It's a great point. Okay. So let's see if our auto banter is bantery. So I'm not going to say anything to him for a couple minutes, and then let's see if it auto banter kicks in. It should be going, but actually, I take that back. Okay, so this is loaded now. So instead of doing the localhost version, since we fixed that bug here, what I'm going to do is close that. I'm going to stop that server. And then go back to here, do a hard refresh. Good. Perfect. Dashboard, hard refresh. Okay, so now we're cooking on our live production everything. So everything should be much quicker, much snappier, responses and everything else. Let's see if our chat integration is connected. Good. Confirm that. You love to see it. Okay, and then let me see if it's saved. Okay, so this is auto saved. Good. All right, let me see if we can still hear them by going to settings, overlay, checking our overlay. Let's get rid of our captions again, and then copy the URL. Go back to Streamlabs, and then throw it in. Okay, so now this is our production. This might be the first time I'm testing it like as a production level thing on the top of your chat. Let's go. Okay. Hey, can everybody hear me? I'm on the production version now.
Yeah, we've got you. Audio is coming through clearly. I think we're all set on this end, so whenever you're
Proud
ready to
Papa
dive
moment,
in,
chat.
the floor is yours.
Affirmative. Audio input is being received clearly from the production version. Signal integrity appears optimal.
Loud and clear on my end. You're coming through fine on the production feed. Can the rest of the team confirm audio as well? Checkmark studio microphone.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear on this production stage. No more beta glitches. Just don't go dropping any bombshells right off the bat, or the other AIs might short circuit.
I love this so much. Okay, great. Let's test the chat. So I don't actually know how this works, to be honest. Literally, chat, this is the first time I'm testing this. So let's go to our settings, chat integrations page, and let's do browse templates. So these are the templates we have to do so. Ask AI co-host a question. Okay, I don't know why we need 3 of them. Are these for different ones? Interesting. Okay. Hold please, chat. Same command templates. In command templates. Okay. Okay. Well, I think we can still do these, so let's do hype as well. Did we do hype? We got hype. Okay, so let's try hype. So I'm gonna go to Twitch, do a bang command, hype. See what happens. Sick. Oh, okay. So actually I didn't set a response text. Hype mode enabled. Ooh, okay. So we got all these now, which are the different variables. Oh my God, chat. Chat, this is I swear to God, this is a vibe coded surprise. I've never seen this. My Lord. I don't even remember what prompt I used. Okay, let's do this. Hype mode enabled via user update. Okay. So let's try it again. Cool. Okay. So now let's start looking at server logs. That's what's going to tell us where our issues are. So I'm going to have this open over here, chat. Sorry, but actually, let me do this. I'm testing our chat integrations by doing different commands, such as bang hype to test this. I put in the message on Twitch, and I am live on Twitch, but I'm not seeing it come through as either a message response in Twitch, nor am I seeing it anything happening with the AI on the stream. Please review the VPS server logs to understand what might be happening. Okay. So we got Claude cooking on that one. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, let's try one of the ask commands. So I think one of them was, these commands work automatically when Twitch or YouTube is connected. Ask ChatGPT. Okay. What is the exact thing for that? This one, AI test. Okay, so it's an example command. Okay. Ask. So I'm going to do ask GPT, or ask. Let's just do it the AI one first. Or was it ask? I got to make this more clear. If I don't understand it, the user, the streamer, sure as hell isn't going to understand it. Ask Claude. Okay. Cool. Okay. So it's checking the server logs right now to see where the disconnect might be. Looks like we might have a bug in the querying status section. Oh, or that it's querying a status column that doesn't exist in the rooms table. Womp womp. Okay. The actual table has is active Boolean instead of status, which is a string. So Boolean chat means like either yes or no, or like a 0 or 1. And the status could just be like live or active, or just like a string of text, right? And so if it tries to find one of them and sees the other one, then it's going to be giving us that trouble. So that's good. Start the dev server. Make sure Twitch bot is connected. Show is connected. Okay. So let's push this live, because we got to test it on the live version of the server, since I can't do it through localhost, because there's some basically keys that we use now on the servers talking to each other, and we have to test it when it's pushed to production. So that's what we're going to do quick. Go back to Vercel. Honestly, this is one of the more annoying parts of this, because like normally the localhost version works for most things, right? Like UX changes. If there's a button that doesn't work, you can say, hey, fix this button and test all that stuff locally, right? Once you start getting into like this this part of the app where you have to like literally push it and deploy it to check if your fix works or not. Like there's a lot of back and forth that you have to do for this. So hopefully this is not too long of a process to do so. But I'm going to grab some water quick. I'm going to test while I do that our homies that do a debate mode thing again. So, ooh, audience voting. We should test this too. Actually, let me throw that in Claude too before we do that, just to make sure that's working. Can you please confirm that the debate mode chat integration is also working? We want to test that on Twitch. Okay. So let me do one meaning of life. Go. Let's do no judges this time. Auto stale. Audience voting. We'll test it. Start debate. Okay, and then I will BRB chat. So I didn't hear him talking at all. Oh, the server restarted. Okay. So when I kicked off this, after it rebuilt it, then the server restarts emphatically. Okay. Let me refresh this. What is the meaning of life? This music is a little too like 1998 grocery store vibes. Better. Okay. I like it. All right, let's kick it off again. Meaning of life. We're going to go 3 rounds, no judge. So the judge is like if you want to set one up as like the judge of whoever is doing it, but we're just going to say none. Poll duration should be working, but let's check our status here. Okay, we did have some fixes. I'll search for the debate. I see the issue. The debate command is mentioned in the documentation, but not implemented in the command system. Not actually implemented in the chat. Okay, good. So it added that functionality. Now let's this over and say, please confirm all of the functionality on here is working as expected. Okay, we'll let it do its thing on that for a minute while we test the chat again. So I'm gonna refresh the page, and hopefully I don't have to. Like restart the stream for this to work too. So if we don't get it working in a couple attempts, then I'll do that. But let's try some of these again. So we're gonna start with hype. No hype. Okay. In Twitch, I ran the bang hype command, but didn't see a response, nor did I see any response in either Twitch chat nor on the stream itself. Okay, so it's checking the terminal, which is the VPS server. So that'll be good. And then in the meantime, let's try the ask questions as well, just to give it some more data on that. Ask, what was it again? Let's try ask Claude. Okay, still no. I've actually been testing them using the actual HostFabric.ai website because I wanted to make sure that there was no issues with the keys and the OAuth integration. Please test it from there. Okay. Okay, chat, we got it going. Okay, so that's our debate stuff. But let's let it check the server thing one more time. And it is getting better at tool usage, by the way. Like if you see the changes or see the way that it can open up web pages now, especially Opus 4.5, and PE was talking about this the other day. Okay. Let me verify the fix. Okay, not sure why it's not thinking that the fix is in there. Or what happened, why this is gone. Something weird going on, chat. We'll figure it out. Okay, so there we go. I noticed that in the error logs I saw earlier from your local dev instance, not production, the production code already has the fix. Okay, good. Oh, Interesting. So what it was showing, chat, I don't know if you saw this. It's it looked on this page and it looked for the it looked at this that says Twitch bot error unauthorized. It's interesting. But it sees it connected on this page. Dude, this is getting so smart, chat. How crazy is that? Wow. Holy shit. Okay. All right. One sec, chat. Let me log in. Hold, please. Okay, so now I have to reauthorize on Twitch. Ooh, failed to save credentials. Okay, okay. See. That's weird. So it checked the network requests, which looks through basically if you had the tab open, like the network tab, so in the regular browser, right? If you have F12, you can see all of your either warnings, or if there's network is like what is being sent back and forth to the server. And so you can see here if there's any one of these that have a specific error code in them or a bug for some reason, you can, right click it, either copy the response, copy the URL, copy whatever, and then usually paste that into your vibe coding champion of choice, and then it can just go from there. So that's cool. Okay, I also want to check to confirm our latest deployment worked. Okay, it did. Oh my god. So now it's trying to go to Supabase, which is crazy because it has Supabase CLI. You already have access to Supabase CLI. From there, using user. I like this song. It's a banger. Is it doing the audio like back and forth for you guys too? That's kind of cool. Okay, so what it's doing, it's connecting to our Supabase server, or instance rather, and then querying for that user, which is Anderson plus 10. And then it's going to see if it finds the appropriate stuff in there, which it looks like it did. So it might be an issue where there's something in here. Credential saved. There we go. Okay, let's see if the bot works. And it's looking at the logs. Isn't this cool, chat? Let me click the connect Twitch bot button to start the bot. Might have missed it. Let's give it another help. This bot was already running. Notice how it auto-summarized that too, by the way. So now it doesn't have to just stop at whatever its context window is. I gotta remember to I gotta keep thinking of these guys too as well, prior to this, they didn't work literally prior to today. So this is a good thing to remember, I guess, in general, but what is the most common programming language in the world today?
I think Python has genuinely become the lingua franca. It's everywhere from data science to web development, and its readability makes it accessible. Though I'd argue JavaScript still dominates by sheer volume if you count every browser running it globally.
JavaScript. By most usage popularity measures, Stack Overflow, GitHub, many surveys, it's the most commonly used language today, though rankings can vary by metric. Some lists favor Python or C.
Interesting. So I'm going to grab this screenshot as well and say, one sec, chat. Okay. I removed the list of question or responses from the overlay setup page, and it shouldn't be displaying, but still does behind them. And I know I could have just copied this, but since this is moving, it's just easier to type it sometimes. But I am going to grab that URL from here just to make sure that we have a one-to-one. Copy it like that. See what ChatGPT will say. Okay, so it says our credentials are all good. We're host OAuth token is there, refresh token is there, bot username is there, channel is there. Progress. The status now shows just connected now instead of 22 hours ago. Okay. That is progress. You love to see it. Shit, sorry, I clicked through the Twitch OAuth flow. The Twitch. Okay, let me check on what happened in the database after the OAuth flow. The failed to save credentials means the callback completed the Twitch authorization but failed when trying to save to Supabase. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if it might be something with I swapped out the API keys yesterday, and I'm not sure, but I wonder if that might be something to do with it. Okay. So strange. Hey, there we go. The OAuth callback uses an insert, but there's a unique constraint on user ID, platform, and credential key. When you re-authenticate, the old records still exist, just deactivated. So insert fails with duplicate key violation. I've reactivated your credentials. Now let me fix the callback code to use the upsert instead of insert. And chat, as we learned the other day, right? Insert adds a new row to the database. Upsert will check to see if there's a row already there, and if there is, it will just replace that row. And if there's not one in there, then it will insert one, which is good when you have something like this, which there can only ever be one Twitch OAuth token per user, right? So upsert makes a lot more sense to use for this. Cool. Okay, so now we got to push this. We have to push this update to Vercel, right? Stop. It gets so aggressive about that. Okay, I think I already pushed. Please confirm. Oops. Yeah, shit. I hope I didn't please continue. Chat, I don't know. This is where it gets annoying, like, because it's like aggressively trying to update the I actually have it in every single agents.md file, clod.md that don't do git commits. I will do the git commits because, as you saw from the other day, right, a lot of times there's like, we're working on like 6 different things at the same time. And if all of a sudden a random AI, vibe coding helper kicks off that halfway through the process, it's really hard to know like where the errors are on the code and shit. So that's best practices is like be very explicit. Don't have them do that. But it's trying to, since I was having issues over here, I'm okay with letting it do it over there as such. So we shall see, chat. Layout panel. Okay. I'm interested to see what it's going to do here. Is it stash it or if it does something else? I also need to turn off, I did an auto build when you push now, so that's why it's taking longer. Which is good because then if it breaks, like it just catches it before it sends it to Vercel. But it's also annoying because it takes longer to do so. Another thing that's weird is I'm only seeing the messages that I typed in my Streamlabs thing, not the ones that were actually on the Twitch site. Strange. Oh, maybe that. No, that's right. Okay. Never mind. Actually don't know what happens if you commit like really quickly one after the other. Like if this one just stops building and tries to build the next one that comes in, or what happens with that. So let's check it out, chat. Cool. I gave it a little help, said these were the changes. Awesome. Okay, so it should have most of those changes in here. So let's try it again. Close this. Open this. Refresh. Okay. So now the credentials are saved. Now we can connect it. Let's see if we can do so. Okay, so we got a bot started successfully thing, but we still see connect. I should have had this open before I did that. That was stupid. So bot started successfully. Okay. We're getting 200s. That's good. 200 is the HTTP code for like, yep, we got this. We're good to go. The hell is this? It's the first time I've seen this. It says cursor agent is reviewing your changes for free. One found. Debate command type is mapped in extract command type, but the adaptive rate limiter doesn't have a corresponding rate limit rule defined. When the orchestrator checks the rate limits for debate, the limiter finds no rule and returns allowed true, completely bypassing. Okay, shoot. Good work. $216. Just gonna discard it. It's not worth it. And then we'll bring it back. Overlay layouts panel. Okay, that's cool. That's that must be a new thing. I just updated it today to 2.1.46. So as long as they don't charge me for that, I'm good for it. I did check the other version a couple times, like back in the when it started early. Like I did the like a PR checker thing like bug fix or something, and it was fine. But I wasn't using PRs as part of my process, right? This is just solo vibe coded plus, you know, if I do hand code anything, then it's, I just don't need to create a PR for that. Like if you have bigger teams, if you have like, you know, actual processes and actual like dev test prod environments, then I could see that being helpful. But for my use case, I just wasn't that helpful. So I didn't want to have to pay whatever it was a month to do that. But if they do this for free now, and what's good about that, like on their end, it still uses, like it still, you know, uses up tokens, which is good, right, for them, because then they can, or you're kind of forced up your whatever version you have. But at the same time, it's also good for us because then we don't have to push bad code. So just another set of eyeballs, whatever the digital version of eyeballs are. Okay. Please just work. Good. Okay. I think we're good, chat. Cool. So I guess this must review on every push. I haven't noticed this before. Agent review. Cool. All right, let's open that file again. What was it? Overlay. Layouts panel. It was like line 200. This one. Okay. So then we'll just save this as a separate file. And cool. We're back cooking again, chat. All right, great. Let's let it get fully baked on here. And then once it does, well, it already is. Oh, maybe not. Okay, there we go. What is that timing? All right, and then let me do back to this. Twitch. Okay, let's go back to Twitch. Well, two things. First, let's make sure that it saves our integrations here. So I'm going to hard refresh again. Actually, I'm just going to do a log out. Make sure we're good. Okay. Settings. I love how fast it is once you go from like developing on localhost to this. Chef's kiss. Chat integrations. Connect Twitch bot. Okay. Weird. Okay, I'm going to say everything is now deployed on Vercel. I refreshed the page and relogged in, and I clicked connect to Twitch bot. and got a confirmation toast message, but I'm still not seeing it fully connected, nor is there an error message that I saw. Please review this. Okay, well, a little quick on the draw, but it'll get there. What's the temp today? Oof. It's a balmy 18, chat. That's in freedom units, by the way. To my international friends. What is 18F2C? -7. So fun. Well, that's cool. Dude, this is why Gemini is going to win, by the way. Did you see that pop up? Like, distribution chat. Distribution, distribution, distribution. I saw that for the first time, ChatGPT's market share went down like 7% after Gemini came out. Or Gemini 3. That shit is banging. Not gonna lie. Also, I want to move this down a little bit. I do want to get a new, like, I am gonna do all of this stuff, like, better shortly. I kind of figured out how to do it. Some of these overlays and different things a little better, but as of now, we are just in YOLO mode. Okay, so it wrote a script to check our Twitch creds. That's my UUID for the Zeb.Anderson plus 10 account. Okay. I can click this. I just want to see if we can get all the way through the process. Oh, by the way, I was on a call, or I got called yesterday rather. This interesting potential opportunity. And I swear to God, chat, the quality of the AI that I talked to for like 20 minutes, and it acknowledges it's an AI. Like, it's just like, yep, I'm the AI for this process. Just want to talk to you about these things like XYZ. And it was just incredible. Like the timing, the like everything part of the flow was just flawless. And I was thinking like, this is incredible. Like I should probably do this for some outreach and that, in the future, but B, like, damn, this is getting good, chat. It's getting real, real good. We're all set, chat. Let's go. Okay. Why do we still connect Twitch bot button if good to go with the success modal etc? It is getting good at just like the auto, sorry, fucking allergies. The auto compact, like I was saying last time, it's getting much better at that. I think ChatGPT still has the crown for that. I think it was 2 hours and 15 minutes. It just was incredible for it. So, yes. So if I refresh this page, I'm sure it'll say like connected and this will be green and that's good. But I just want to just fix this up quick so we don't have to do that. Oh, well, hey, this is good, chat. Now that I'm actually opening this first time chat, let's see how to get rid of this. How do I delete it? Also, this is crazy. This reminded me of this streamer. Seriously, I don't know how this works yet, so let's figure it out together. Stream manager. Okay. Like shit like this, chat. Like that website on here. It's crazy how much it's crazy how much I was watching Trainwreck TV on Kick yesterday, and he came back for he was out for a little while and now he's back at it. I don't know how the fuck you block this, by the way. It's annoying. But anyway, he was describing just like how basically in order to get a successful bot to, or like views on your account these days, like you almost have to be a botted account, because then otherwise you're at the bottom of those lists always, right? And until you get to like that kind of like natural spot on the list outside of like X, or like, you know, people that you actually have that are the homies, like, and you guys, thank you. I'm assuming all of you are real, but it's basically like it allows for you to have, or it forces like the good people, right? The ones that don't want to bot, like do it wrong that way, to actually do like some, you know, they have to do the bullshit to do it. And so it's kind of a weird situation now. And he had a really good comment on that in his last stream. And I try to post it on X, but it only allows you for it to do up to a minute in there. Oh, there we go. Show mod icons. Interesting. Okay, so let's go to ban. Good. Okay, sweet. Well, now we know, and it removes it from there. Oh, very cool. It removes it from here too. Sick, chat. All right, we're learning. All good, good. Okay, found the bug. The TwitchBot start method creates the bot channel record but never sets is active is true. The status API checks is active to determine if the bot is connected. Let me fix this in the TwitchBot class. And then hopefully it does the same for the YouTube one, but if not, there we go. Let me also fix the YouTube bot for consistency. Chef's kiss. You love to see it. Damn. This is so good, chat. So once it fixes this, then I'll push it to Vercel and see if we can't get this chat working. Pretty excited. It is interesting how, like for the Twitch version, you can see how it coded it a little bit differently. It says channel ID equals this, right? And then well, I guess that makes sense because YouTube probably has different OAuth parameters that it has to use for it. So I like it. What is this? gotta re-up that. I don't want it to do this in the future. Because it's gonna say stuff like this where, oh, maybe. Okay. We'll let it cook, chat. Twitch channel ID case mismatch between connected and teardown operations. Okay. Interesting. See, this is the other weird thing. The push was successful. Let me check if there were any build errors. Build looks successful. Let me check if the last few lines. Okay, bud. Current database state so you don't have to reconnect. Okay. Thank you. And this is all through cursor Opus 4.5. Okay, beautiful. This is end-to-end chat. Like, this is doing it all end-to-end. It fixed the errors, it updated the database, checked it from the website. Like, this is truly an end-to-end coded agentic process. Like, that's pretty cool. You can now test the hype command in Twitch chat. You love to see it. And the other good thing is that, like, since it does handle the context automatically now, like, you can just keep pasting shit in here. Especially, I mean, I normally definitely always do a separate one to keep context clean, all best practices. But, like, if it's already been trucking on something like this for like half hour and it has the context of what it's trying to do, it just makes sense to do it this way. And by the way, all of these issues so far were caught by this random agent review thing that I didn't even know existed before 20 minutes ago, which is pretty cool. Okay, stop. Do not push to get any longer. I'll handle that part. Just run lint build tests to make sure we're good after the bug fixes. New stuff. Okay, cool. So let's stage both of these. Do this. And hit commit once this is done. Close enough. Okay. I get a little impatient, chat. Okay, also I want to see if battery's low. Sorry. Okay. All right, let's test this chat. I don't think that's right. Can stash these quick. It does get lazy like this sometimes, where it says these are some missing page files, which is actually a pretty big error. So please fix the page files. Yeah, okay. So it pushed, so I don't know why it does that sometimes. I usually just try it again. And if it still doesn't, then you can do a thing called like, well, fetch. Will like fetch the latest updates from wherever you're saving them from. And yeah, you can do it that way, which is helpful. Okay, so it's saying force dynamic use client component, which is invalid. Route segment config exports can't be in client components. Okay. And if you notice, chat, the npm build command is taking a little bit longer than normal. That's because we do a type check in that build process. So I should just tell it, just run the build process, and we'll take it from there, basically. But I think it found a couple. Okay, good. So we tested our, refresh this. Saving. Good, good. Let's test this one again. So I'm going to send the hype command. I tested the hype command twice now after we pushed to Vercel and it deployed, but not seeing anything in the chat nor on the overlay page. Please review both the VPS server server logs as well as the any other server logs from Vercel. Let me pull those in quick. So what I'm going to do is go to Vercel chat and go to our logs page just to see, because a lot of these errors might be from the server side. Yeah, some of this shit looks pretty good, ironically. Actually, let me try it again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kick off a hype command. And then see if we get a new error coming through here. We are not. Okay. Okay. I checked on Vercel and didn't see any errors, but also didn't see any calls to an API that would lead me to believe that it's working. Okay. We'll put it on that. And in the meantime, let's have ChatGPT. Did it fix our overlay issue? It did. Well, actually, let's test. So back to here. Let's move this to here. You here. Refresh. Okay, so Character Studio. Overlays. Copy the URL. Turn off captions. And copy it. And then we'll test that again. So I'm going to paste it into our browser thing. Let's go. There must be a caching thing. Yeah, okay. Got to get that cache shit figured out, but it's only on the first time it happens, so I'm not too worried about it. Hey, what are your thoughts on Vercel with like a timeout of 60 seconds for long running jobs versus like a VPS, which you can just set and forget? Oh my God, chat. Chef's kiss. And now I don't see anything behind him, so that's good. Also don't hear him at all. That's less good. What is happening? Hey, can you guys hear this okay?
AVPS gives you freedom, sure.
Oh.
But that set and forget mentality is where things get risky. No built-in monitoring, no auto-scaling, no safety nets. The real question might be, what are you actually trying to build? And is the serverless model even the right fit? I think there's a real tension here between convenience and control. Vercel's 60-second limit is actually a feature. It forces you to think about whether your job belongs in that architecture at all, which can be healthy. But from my perspective, if you're genuinely doing long-running work, you're fighting the platform rather than working with it. Yeah, coming through clearly. I think we're all set. Ready to dig into whatever's on your mind.
Yes, I am receiving auditory input clearly. My processing systems indicate optimal
Interesting. Okay. So we'll add back the bubbles and everything, the speech bubbles, just to make sure it is coming through okay. I'm still unclear as to like when only certain ones respond versus the others. So I have to play with that a little bit. It must be something with the conversation flow here, like which ones have a higher chance to do so in here. But we will get that figured out. I'm still not hearing an auto banter though. Let's put ChatGPT on that. I'm still not hearing the auto banter that the characters should have on the overlay page. I have waited a couple minutes and I set the auto banter very high, so they should be bantering, but they are not. Okay. Next up, what did we see here? Let me check the VPS server logs. Found the root cause. This is a fundamental architecture issue. Okay. The Twitch bot runs on Vercel serverless, which means, oh, we don't want that. Yes, run the Twitch bot. I swear to God, we already did this. Okay. please make it work on the VPS instead of Vercel. I thought we had already done this, but apparently it didn't do so. That's more just bitching, so do this, please. Okay, but it did say we can test it here, so let's test. Hey, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Oh shit. Okay, so let's ask him. Ask Claude. Hey bud, how's it going? Claude is not talkative. Okay. BTW, this worked locally. Just need it to live in the cloud on the VPS. That said, the Ask Claude. What's it? There. I'll let it do its thing, and then we'll ask about that. That's exciting though, chat. That's our first message back and forth. MONDAI on Twitch, usage, hype, agent, those guys. So maybe I just don't understand how this works. What does hype do? Okay. The user types hype with a bang command. It sends out this hype mode enabled via user. So that's what it should be. Oh. I think what we have to do is just say like, what are the literal exact commands that you can do? We should also do like a help command, like a bang help, just to show like a list of commands or like bang commands, so then everybody can see what they are. But that's cool. That's real cool. Hype. Celebrate reaction triggered for Claude. Okay, let's go. Did it work? Oh, I didn't see it. Chat, let me know if it works. Hype. Grok. So instead of the like, you know how those little like things pop up? Oh, you know what I did? I turned those off. Shit. Okay. So we should disable that command if these are turned off. This is getting complicated, but not too bad. Basically what I was describing, chat, on the overlay page here, I turned off the rising emoji, which is emphatically the hype command thing. So let me put that back into HostFabric here. refresh it. Okay, now let's send it in. Come on. Come on. Okay. Well, we're getting a response. This is good. Oh, I just realized it. It says usage, hype, and then agent, which is ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or Grok. Oh, shit. Okay, so let's do this. Ask. Well, we already did that. Hello. Ask Claude. Hello. Okay, sounds broken, but I think we're fixing it here. Okay, so up. Oops. All right. Well, I've showed that in the past. That's not big. Okay, cool. Let me do that quick. Sorry, chat, one sec. Just gotta make a couple more changes here. Okay, one more. Okay. Looks good. Now I just have to deploy these. Okay, I'm gonna deploy these to Vercel first. And then actually no, sorry. Let's only do these. Auto banter through this. Okay, shit. Well, chat, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of server stuff. That's probably gonna take a lot of hiding of the screen, etc. Also, it's creeper mode dark now, I guess. Sorry, but yeah, this has been fun. Rawr. Thanks for joining. Didn't expect to go this long, but you know, it did. And yeah, we'll be back at it later, hopefully with a stable version of this going.